Shalom, Apostle Hawking, back at you with the truth, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua Bashem, Rukakwadash. And I'm going to entitle this video, If Your Eyes Are Not Open, You Can't See This. What's happening right now, here we have, today's date is, right now it's 7:31 p.m., March 16, 2020, the year of prophecy. It's 29 minutes before total lockdown of the whole nation, and there's a reason why they're doing this. And if you had been watching, if you're part of Great Millstone, you should have the understanding. There might be guys in Great Millstone that still got this head stuck in their ass. They don't know what's going on. Y'all are out there. There's individuals that know exactly what's going on with this COVID-19 thing and the lockdowns and what's going to come next. We're in this time. This, and all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua Bashem, Rukakwadash, for giving me the year of prophecy slogan for 2020. And I did pray. It was past 12 midnight, January 1st, 2020, and I didn't put up a video until about maybe 19, 20 minutes, 25 minutes past that, because I think I fell asleep. So I said, well, I got to hurry up and put that video, and I put up a prayer, and I said, Lord, you know, in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, if you do not want me to use this slogan, show me that you don't want to. If you do want me, I'll put it up. So I didn't receive any sign or anything like that, and it made all sense in the world. And I said, yeah, I'm going to call it the year of prophecy. And I was thinking about that for the longest, for months. What am I going to call it? The year of prophecy took place last year. The year of prophecy took place a year before that. The year of prophecy took place 10 years before that. The year of prophecy took place, you know, I'm talking about every year was a year of that prophecies took place. When Abba came on the scene, that was a fulfillment of prophecy. When we went out on the highways and the byways, that was a fulfillment of prophecy. Anyway, I'm going to go right into the subject. In other words, if you can't see what's going on right now, if you can't see what time you're in the timetable of the Most High's clock, then you ain't a man of the Lord. Plain and simple. Anyway, I'm going to try to breeze through these scriptures. First scripture, I'm going to let the scripture speak. It says, and like I said, if you understand, if you see what's going on right now with this national lockdown and this global pandemic and what's to come, you should already know what's going to come after this. Either one or two things could happen. Either this could lead to the mass chipping, or it can settle. It can go back to normal, and another event can pop up. But then the people will be ready this time, because you wasn't ready for this. You saw the events took place in Wuhan, China, and you think it wasn't going to hit you. You said you wasn't going to no Chinese restaurant. Well, guess what? It's global. It's in many different spots, major spots on the planet, strategic spots on the planet. And I knew that this was going to come to America. When they locked down Spain, Italy, and then recently with Spain, Italy been locked down for like going on 2 weeks, if not 2 weeks, and everything's moving quick. Anyway, let me go right into the scriptures. Wisdom of Solomon 4, verses 15 to 18. It says, this the people saw and understood it not, neither laid they up this in their minds. And that goes for any nation that came into power. The Babylonians didn't think they were going to go down, they went down. The Assyrians didn't think they were going to go down, they went down. The Romans didn't think they were going to go down, they went down. This is the last leg of this is that deadly wound being healed. This is the last hurrah for the Roman Empire, for that great beast. And now with this whole COVID-19 thing, now you can see that this thing is a beast. and the tentacles are the military. It says that his grace and mercy is with his saints. And the saints start with the chosen. It's going to say that. And it says, in that he hath respect unto his chosen. See now, General Yohanan didn't have respect unto the chosen, but the Most High has respect unto the chosen. So something's gonna come of that, of what he did. It's gonna come out that we are the chosen, man. The great millstone had it right at all times. The mark of the beast, we've been saying that for the longest. From day one we got on YouTube. Back in 2007 we've been talking about the beast system and the mark of the beast. And you had certain individuals buck up against it. They ain't bucking up too much now. It says, thus the righteous, which are Israelites, that is dead, shall condemn the ungodly, which are living. And that's in Revelation, the 6th chapter. And youth that is soon perfected the many years and old age of the unrighteous. You have unrighteous people that grow and they seem like they never get sick. They nothing ever happens to them. Everything that comes to them is good. And that's Esau. He's in that. See, the Most High blessed Esau. The reason why Esau is on this level, because the Most High set this man up just like he set up the Egyptians. 17 verse. For they shall see the end of the wise, and shall not understand that the Most High in his counsel have decreed of him, and to do what end the Lord have set him in safety. They shall see him and desire him, but the Most High shall laugh them to scorn. And they shall hereafter be a vile carcass and a reproach among the dead forevermore. Now ultimately that's talking about Esau, but guess what? That's talking about you wicked ass Jakes too. Oh, and all you men and you women that came into this truth, whether it's back in the 90s and the 80s and in the beginning of the millennium, and you fell out and turned your back on this thing, you went back into the world, now you wish you never left, because you can't come back in now. Don't be surprised if you see a lot of dudes start coming out in the street teaching, and we go, oh yeah, that remember him, remember so and so. The Most High ain't dealing with you, man. You trying to get in good with the Most High, you can't get in good with the Most High. The way you get in good with the Most High is to do this work and not turn to the left hand, right hand, or the left hands. Next scripture, Isaiah 59 verse 10. Let's see what that says. Isaiah 59 verse 10. And anybody in Great Millstone, you should be doing videos every day. Certain days you should be doing 2 or 3 videos. Because this is the end. It says Isaiah 59 verse 10, it said he groped for the wall like the blind, and we grope as if we had no eyes. We stumble at noonday as the night. We are in desolate places as dead men. And that's the state of Jake. You know, we've been teaching this for years, and you had like Sarnetta and Polite and different individuals come with their Christianity or whatever, and they bucked up at what we said. But now they're not going to understand what's really going on. Why is this going on? Why is there a lockdown right now? Why is there martial law? By the way, you're in martial law. They're just not using the word martial law. This is martial law. If they have the police controlling the streets or the military controlling the streets, that's martial law, whether they call it a martial law or not. So this could be it. But you ain't gonna know because your eyes are not open. And then the ones of you that were in the truth and you went back out in the world, you know that something's happening, but you don't know what to do. You're going to be caught out there. It says Deuteronomy 28 verse 29, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoil evermore, and no man shall save thee. Next script. And you're going to have a hard time with your women, man, because they don't understand what's going on. When that chip comes, when that microchip, when the mark of the beast is actually implemented, which could happen in the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months. This is it. Make no mistake anymore. The waiting is over. Habakkuk 2. Matter of fact, let me read that. I know it by heart, but I'm going to read it. I remember High Priest Arias, he said this a number of times. We used to go to Habakkuk 2, and that was in the mid-'80s, right? Habakkuk. I'm sorry, Habakkuk 2. This is what he said. He said, we're not in this time right now, but there's going to be a time where we're going to be in this, we're going to know that we're in this time of Habakkuk 2. It says in the 3rd verse, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end, we're at the end of the end. It shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So this, from January 1st until now, not even 3 months, you had the whole month of January, all kind of prophecies. You had the whole month of February, all kind of prophecies. And then you have half of the month of March, which that means, 2.5 months in of the year 2020, and all kind of prophecies are coming to pass. We're in the fulfillment of the 10 virgins. The 5 were wise and the 5 were foolish. The 5 that were foolish represent the ones that had this truth and turned their back on the truth and went back into the world. And they know that they're Israelites, but there's no way for them to get back in. They're scrambling to get on the Most High's good side. The Most High ain't feeling you, man. What you're going to do is you're going to take that chip and you're going to eat that missile. Zephaniah 1 verse 17. It says, I will bring distress upon men. This is a distressing situation. This as of this morning, and they've been talking about it all day. Today's date is March 16, 2020, the year prophecy, about locking the whole country down. They didn't say that Sunday. They didn't say that on Saturday. Then earlier they said, oh, there can't be no more than 250 people gathered together. Then it went from 250 to 50. Now it's 10. You can't have 10 people gathered together. Well, how in the fuck is the transit system working? You got all kind of people sitting next to each other, touching each other, man. You got people, they said, money. Yeah, if you handle money, that you can get the COVID-19. Well, guess what? What if you turn the knob of a door? What if you lean against a wall? What if you touch a tree? What if you open a car door? You gonna ban cars? The Most High is coming. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is coming, and he's coming for the elect. He's not coming for all Israel. This kingdom is meant for the few, not for the many. But it's going to grow like the mustard tree. Zephaniah 1 verse 17, and I will bring distress upon men, that they may walk like blind men, because the majority of the people don't know what's going on. All they know is that they're going to the supermarket and people are grabbing up toilet paper and water and whatever they can get, and the shelves are empty, and they really don't know why. I told this one guy in the hood that I talked to, I said, you been watching the news? And he said, yeah, he nigga wasn't watching the news. He's a hood nigga, man. I said, you know they're getting ready to close down America. They getting ready to lock down America. And he just looked at me and paid me no mind. Like I had 3 heads. So in my mind, I said, yo, fuck you, man. You know? And your attitude is you got to look out for yourself, and you got to look out for your family, and you got to look your immediate family that may or may not be your mother, because I don't know where your mother may be. Your immediate family, including your mother, if your father's around, including him, and you let them know, don't do this, don't take the chip. If they don't listen, then guess they're gonna die, and you see them in the kingdom. And the fellow men in great millstone. The fellow men in great millstone. And I'm gonna say this, and you men that got your head stuck up in your ass, pull your head out your ass. You know, the scriptures say be circumspect. Give me a second. I'll bring up this precept. Bear me for a minute. Let me see where the hell it is. Bear me for a minute. Okay, this is Ephesians 5 verse 15. I knew it was in the New Testament. I just wasn't sure whether it was. Something told me it was Ephesians, but I wasn't sure. Anyway, it says Ephesians. Let me jump up a verse above that. I'll start the 14th verse. Ephesians 5 verse 14. Wherefore he saith, awake, thou that sleepeth. So you brothers through the years that have been coming into this truth, you've been awakened. You had a lot of men and women, some women that had woken up, and guess what? They went back to sleep. And they're still sleeping. And they oversleeping. And they're going to wake up, rubbing the damn coal out their eyes, and they're going to get hit with a chip. And arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. See then that ye walk. Once you got this light and you can see, you know what's going on. See then that ye walk circumspectly. What does the word circumspectly mean? Spectly meaning to look. Circum meaning around, meaning to look around. Look behind you, look to the left side, look to the right side, look up, look down. Notice the military helicopters flying over your head. Notice they just started spraying the chemtrails. Not as fools, because you got a lot of fools out there, but as wise, redeeming the time. That means buying back the time, meaning knowing what time you're in, because the days are evil. Wherefore, 17 verse, Ephesians 5 verse 17, wherefore be ye not unwise. You know what that means? Pull your head out your goddamn ass. You know? Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. So you got to understand what the will of the Lord is. And the Lord been talking to you through us, the men of great millstone from the apostles on down. We've been telling you that they're going to microchip you, and that's the mark of the beast. But what have you other cans been doing? You've been bucking up against it. And some of you cans do know that the mark of the beast is a chip, but you don't push it, man, because you really don't believe it. You want to rock the boat. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, by going out to the clubs. Well, you can't go to the clubs no more because they done closed all the clubs down. You can't go to the club, you can't go to the movie, you can't go to the theater. If you like to see plays with your woman, you know you got one of them college girls, she like to go see the play, you can't go to the plays no more. You can't go to the fucking basketball game. You can't go to the soccer game, the Yankee game. But be filled with the Spirit, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. That don't mean rap. That don't mean rap. Even though I don't knock you, if you rap and Gabar don't like it, you don't like that hip hop shit. But if you bringing out that hip hop with the scriptures and it's coming the correct way, I have no problem with that. So you go ahead and make your rap videos, but make sure you got a lot of scriptures and understanding in it, man. Anyway, that's all I'm going to read. You can read the whole chapter. This is a very good chapter. A lot of insight. All right, Matthew 13, verse 14. Let's see what that says. And you got to get it in your mindset. Your favorite uncle, if he ain't in the truth, you got to put him out your mind. Your sister, your brothers, your uncles, your cousins. You're only responsible for your immediate family, which your extended family could be your mother and your father. But fuck your brother, man. If he's of the world, the hell with him. It says Matthew 13 verse 14, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear. So you've been hearing this word. You've been hearing us, and a lot of you scoffers come on our video talking shit, but guess what? You're hearing, but you're just not listening. It said, by hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and shall not perceive. Now what's the main thing that we bring up that you can't see, that you can't understand, that you can't perceive? The mark of the beast being the microchip. And the mark of the beast being the microchip is right at the door. And you are going to be confronted, whether you're going to take this mark or not. And that's going to cause a lot of hell. You know what's going to raise the most hell? Esau. Because Esau knows these scriptures, man. It said the children of this world are wiser than the children of light. In their generation, the children of light. So them Bible Belt Edomites, they know that the mark of the beast is a fucking microchip, man. So they're going to raise a lot of hell. You simple ass Negroes and you other tribes, most of you going to take that chip. Because you don't know what the fuck is going on. And we can't help you. And like Flavor Flav said, I can't do nothing for you, man. And we can't do nothing for you. We can't help you, man. You can't figure this thing out. Go to the sellers and buy it. Figure this thing out. We was out there week after week after week. You know, we out there teaching, and people just walk down by. They keep walking by, no crowds. Well, now you can't crowd no more because Donald J. Trump, he said, look, no more than 10 people can gather together. It's going to be chaotic. It is going to be chaotic. And you better hope that they keep sending foods. Everybody's thinking, ain't nobody think about a brand new car. Ain't nobody think about no motherfucking kicks unless you can eat them kicks. Ain't nobody think about no damn Jordans unless the Jordans are edible. What everybody thinking about now is toilet paper, water, and goddamn food, man. You sleepyhead, big bubblehead fucking Americans, you eventually, some of you clowns will wake up. Like I said, the ones that are woken up are those Bible Belt Edomites, man. They constantly reading the scriptures, man. They know that the mark of the beast is the microchip. They know about the beast system. They've been watching us. Then it shall be known who are my chosen. And everybody's going to say, yup, they know who the top group is. They know the Great Millstone is the top. They already know that's the top group. Is it IUIC? Is it IACBK? Nope, it's Great Millstone. They know. They got that chart. They got that chart, brother. The number one group is Great Millstone. Why? Because we have the number one truth. Not totally knocking y'all because y'all out there too, but you got to start. Hey, Alizar, you got to start pushing that microchip, them videos, man. You got to get on the ball with that. Better make a rap on the mark of the beast. We had this one celebrity, I don't know if the brother put the video up, I'm not going to name his name. If I name his name, everybody on the planet knows this guy, or everybody in America and around the planet know this guy. As soon as I say his name, he came to the school, he said, you guys are part of Great Millstone, right? He said, I'm going to listen to you so I can get a blessing. He sees something that other niggas don't see. Now I got a whole bunch of scriptures. I don't even think I'm going to hit all these scriptures, but I might save some. Anyway, Job, what is this? Job 29 verse 15. Let's see what that says. Okay, Job made a statement, right, which is a prophetical statement, which he was really talking about us. It said, I was eyes to the blind, and feet was I to the lame. Let me read that again. Job 29 verse 15. I was eyes to the blind, and feet was I to the lame. So what does that mean? Spiritually, that means that we are out there telling the people what's what. What does this mean? What's going to happen? Who you are? You're Israelites. These so-called white people are Edomites. The Chinese are Moabites. America's Babylon the Great. You're gonna get chipped with a microchip. If you take it, you're gonna be destroyed. So the people that can't see, all they got to do is open up their eyes and open up their ears, and they can get it. But a lot of you are not going to get it because you're going to be offended. Well, if you said it in more a polite manner, I would listen. Well, guess what? This is how we speak. Oh, by the way, here's a scripture for you. What is that? Isaiah 58. Shit is going to get real. It's going to get really real. It said, cry aloud. It didn't say whisper. It said, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice. And we don't even cry all aloud. We just speak. And it goes through the YouTube, and we just break it. All you got to do is tune in. It said, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions in the house of Jacob their sins. Okay, next scripture. Isaiah the 6th chapter, and we'll start at, let me just bring it up. Go right to I'll go right to the point, right to the 9th verse. And he said, go and tell this people, which are the Israelites, hear ye indeed and understand not, and see ye indeed but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and understand with their hearts, their mind, and convert meaning what? Con meaning with, and vert meaning truth. Get with the truth and be healed. Now why are the Israelites waking up to this? Because the Most High blinded him. This is the Most High's thing. The Most High does what he, like the old saying is, the Most High works in mysterious ways. And that is true. There's no scripture on that. Well, there's no real scripture on that, but it said the Most High works in mysterious ways. He wants you to get it. He set up to the prophets to go out there and prophesy to the people. He told Ezekiel in Ezekiel the 3rd chapter, and even Ezekiel the 2nd chapter, he told him to go out there, and he said, but I'm going to tell you, they're not going to listen to you. And they're going to give you mean looks, and you're going to be hated. Matthew, the 10th chapter. He'll bring you a couple more precepts. Isaiah 42 verse 16. It's 8:03, so the nation is in lockdown. All I know New York is. It says, Isaiah 42 verse 16, and I will bring the blind by a way that they know not. I will lead them in paths that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them, and crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them, and not forsake them. Now the them is the righteous. The them is the chosen. Now the rest of you, you're going to be lost. You're going to be trying to figure your way how to get out of this thing and what's going to happen next. We already know what's going to happen next. The next big major event is a mark of the beast that we've been talking about for years, and it finally coming to pass. After 2,000 plus years, when John on the island of Patmos saw that vision, he actually saw the shipping stations, and he actually saw them being chipped. So he wrote it down. And what did he see? He saw the microchip. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom, and it's on to the next one. Shalom.